I guess we'll see if this is actually working, if it pulls up over here. Doesn't look too bad. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. What's up, Jack Attack? Dan, what's going on? Oof. Maurice, what's up, everybody? I am here for another 50 minutes. And of course, I made the mistake of forgetting that I'm working the late shift today, so I showed up at 5:30 this morning. It's now 6:11. So yeah, I'm about ready. But figure we'll give this a shot while I'm here. Doesn't seem like it's doing too bad. I'm on Amazon's Wi-Fi, which is horrible. Like, you're lucky to get 3 or 4 meg upload. So I'm watching this on my computer, my work computer, and it's actually not too bad. Just past midnight. All right, so you are just past midnight, so you're in like Western Europe, Maurice? That sounds about right. 1080. This is coming in on 1080? Ugh. I thought YouTube only did 720. Wow, it is 1080 available. No shit. I wonder if that's something they changed. Because I remember Clive was saying you could only get 720 out of it. Guy, you're in Germany. Alright. What's up, Carl? Carl Ravenhill. I'm not going to be here probably, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Or, you know how that shit goes. Either longer or shorter, depending on if anything breaks. Well, I guess YouTube updated its app, and I cannot believe I'm getting, like, I'm looking at it. Ugh. Here. And that's actually coming in pretty good. So yeah, this is where I work. See, if I'm on Wi-Fi, I should be able to move around. Can I flip the... I just heard somebody. Let me flip the camera around. I'm usually 1080, 60. Yeah, that's when I'm at home on the big computer. So this is the work area. It is quite quiet. So that's my team's area. That's Colin hangs there, Brandon hangs there, Jeremy hangs there. Some ladders, some recovery carts. So I actually just did a video on the recovery carts. This is what we drive around while we're here. These are like 30-year-old DC. And you got main, forward, and reverse contactor on those. And we have these set up because they take a key. But, I mean, like, you don't want to take a key with you every day, you know what I mean? So this, you may recognize as a magnetic tray that you stick all your nuts and bolts on. Well, underneath it is a magnetic sensor. So when we leave, we typically move that magnet, and the sensor lets go, and you can't move the cart. Let's walk over to chat, see what's up. Seems pretty quiet there. Yeah, it's everybody, well, most of the people left. I don't think night shift comes in until 7:30 maybe. So there's a little gap. But this is an order picker. This one, oh, there's chat. Those tailor-done maintenance carts are still in production. Yeah, I think some of them actually come with 3-phase AC motors now, but that's an old DC job. I used to, my old job, I was a dealer for tailor-done, but now we deal with Columbia carts. Oh yeah, this one's down. Anyway, this one is down because that little box right there, which I'm not showing you anything NDA or whatever, that's a tracker module. That ties into this screen. And also the OES, like the obstacle avoidance system. Well, for some reason, nobody can figure out why, when you're going up, raising up in the forklift, at exactly 124 inches when you're going up, that box crashes. And if you're already up and you're coming down, then at 110 inches, that box crashes. Nobody has any idea why. We've done software updates, firmware updates. I've literally changed almost everything electrical, especially the cables in it. Nothing worked until we swapped out that little box, which has nothing to do with height. Like, it does not care about the height. Doesn't care how high up you go. That's just there to help turn the forklift on and off. And it doesn't like when we go up high. So, got a new one of them on the way, but those are custom made for Amazon. Here's the remnants of a video I filmed a couple days ago. Had to take, sorry for the shakes. It's like Pine Hollow, fucking, everything's shaky. So here's a traction controller. So 350 amp? Yeah, 36 to 48 volts, 350 amp output. 36 in up here on those two up top, and then you got your 3 phases coming out the bottom. And this is what actually moves this reach truck. Is this door open? Oh, really? If the door is open, I'll show you the big ass traction motor. Well, actually, order picker uses the same traction motor. Get this lid off. I'm gonna set you down for a second. Try not to knock that over. There's the traction motor that it would drive. Diameter's probably like 9-10 inch diameter. And they easily move around this 8,000 pound forklift, even with 2,000 pounds of shit on the forks and, you know, 150 to 200 pounds of shit standing there, whether it be me or whatever. Let's see what's up over here. Let me flip the camera back around for a sec. Alright. Oh, so at least it's working. That's good. Now I know if I get really bored in here, I can just do this until my bosses yell at me. Wow, that is really shaky. I'm watching the playback right there. That's pretty rough. That's going to happen. Oh yeah, here's something fun. So when we do differential fluid changes, because these do have diffs in them, what we call a master drive unit, since it doesn't necessarily have axle outputs, it has a one wheel output. Oh, so I did a video the members have seen that'll come out publicly eventually of me changing one of these MDUs. But the reason we're changing them is because the manufacturer said that they were good for life. They would never have any problems. They were so convinced of that they made them so that they were not rebuildable. Ah, here's one over here. So you can't change the seals in them. Loud noise. So they end up leaking right on the axle, on the seal that's tucked in there. So they leak out of there, and since you can't rebuild this without having a machine press to press that axle out, unlike most of your common differentials on forklifts where you can pop that off, there's, you know, like a center bolt right there, and then you can just pop the whole thing out, but not these guys. So now we have to change the differential fluid in them like constantly, or the seal takes a shit. So that's why we keep that big ass jug here. That's probably 180 order pick, at least 180 order picker worth of oil. And there's two and a half quarts in each. So, I don't know, 400 or 500 gallons of fucking used differential fluid. Oh, yeah, you want to see a fucking mess of batteries? Let me show you that. So our old recovery deal, what we're using now. Oh, and by the way, these may be the largest lithium-ion batteries you have ever seen. Let me put my leg next to this one. This is 24 volts, and how many amp hours is this? You can kind of see it. 24 volts, 360 amp hour lithium-ion battery, and 36 volt, 450 amp hour lithium-ion battery. Hold on, turn that off. So yeah, those would normally be hard installed in a forklift, like in the battery compartments over there. But those have the fuel cells in them, so those get used for recovery. What's up, Craig Matthews? So what we use, and I just literally like 2 hours ago did a video on these. We use these little guys, which apparently are only about 25 amp hours. But it's just enough to drive your forklift about a quarter of a mile from one end of the building to the other before you have to recharge everything. Oh yeah, here's the first battery card. This thing is old and nasty. What's up, Phil? This is a crusty buddy. This thing lasted about 6 months before we decided to get the lithium-ion ones. I modified all these chargers so that nobody would come in and accidentally flick it on the wrong voltage and fuck them up. But now these lasted for a little while. Craig just told me you thought it was inappropriate for you to be streaming on a Monday. No. I mean, yeah, I know it's not my normal. Can you just get chat to stay up? Live chat. There we go. What if you puncture one and it catches fire? Ron Noda. Well, puncturing one would be pretty good. Let me see if I can show you. That steel casing it's in, can I get a good angle? Kinda. It's about 3/8 of an inch thick steel case. But if you manage to get one through one of these batteries or get something in there, I would suspect you would just leave. I mean, we're looking at, it's probably half the capacity of like a Tesla or something ridiculous. Like these, they'll just burn forever. So that's how that goes. Let's see, what else do we got here? Here's our graveyard over here. I'm going to move around. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will actually stay with me. There's Plug Power's graveyard. These all have hydrogen fuel cells that are down, except for that. That's what they use to pull the hydrogen fuel cells out. So we got a clamp truck. If you don't know what a clamp truck is, that squeezes those clamps to pick up like entire pallets, like boxed pallets. That one's down. That one's down. That reach truck is down. The center rider's down. Then we got the sweeper, another reach truck, another stand-up, and an order picker. Oh, and a tugger. These little tuggy guys. We're going to walk through the fuel cell area. I'll walk slowly. I am not in the fuel cell. Like, this is a different company from us. So I can only show so much. But I have done something of a tour on these in the members section. This is the reactor. Or what do they call that? They call it the reactor? No, I got that stuck in my head. This is where the magic happens on the fuel cell, where it's electrified and the hydrogen and all that shit does its thing. That's fun that that's out. And you can see it's just, oh, stack, that's what they call it. They call it the stack. The reactor or the stack. That's where the magic happens. So this is their little area. And back over to forklift land. Like there is nobody down at this end of the building. Oh look, I can see my, wow, I am like way behind. Is that video buffering or is it just, oh no, it's just way behind, okay. Click live. Hey, and it just showed me walking up. Close up of the PCBs. I can go a little closer. I dislike lithium polymer for swelling reasons. This is 5G or Wi-Fi. This is Amazon's crappy Wi-Fi. 5G doesn't really work too well because if you look at all these walls, these are all prefab concrete, like tilt-up walls. Let me move my finger. If you ever heard of tilt-up, that means these walls show up in sections and they literally just tilt them up, which means they are severely reinforced with rebar, and it's usually a special concrete, I believe. So it just blocks signal just ridiculously. Obviously, it's keeping some kind of a memory on there. Is there any kind of a... Wow, the chips are blank. That's blank. That's got something on it. So the main chips are blank, so we know all about that. I would like to learn more about the systems, besides, you know, what colors are. About, well, I should say these specific ones, but I assume that is some proprietary information that will not be released. Oh, here's a different board. Again, that's blank. That you can actually see the rub off. That's blank. So all the main chips are blanked on these. Nice set of resistors though. What are you doing over here? Oh yeah, here's your hydrogen valves. There's a wrench. And there's the same set of needle nose pliers that like everyone in America seems to own. There's a fuse on the floor. Good spot for it. Doo-doo-doo. Life without gravity. Seeing how you pop up. Scroll down. Hey. Is it in 1080? Oh, you don't know. You can do it. Yeah. Seems like it's handling 720. That's where the smoke's... Hell yeah, they keep the smoke in there. What's up, Normie? No buffering here. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm wondering, it's probably, you know... Hold on, let me flip this around. You know, it's probably not bad because there's not 1,000 other employees in here right now. As a matter of fact... Because, yeah, when they're all here, they're all on the Wi-Fi. Oh, looks like it just cut out. Let me see what kind of speed test I can get here on the big computer. Craig and I were bitching, well, I was bitching, he was rolling early about how people hide so much tech now for terrorism, industrial, random, HNS. Yeah, it's all ridiculous. We're getting a 4.5. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So it ain't nothing special, but it's working. And what did Electron Box? Wow, scrolling. Why is this all weird? OC'd kicked in. Those resistors weren't all oriented the same way. Really? I'm wondering if it's... when it hangs up, if it's going from router to router. Because all the routers in here Like, let's see. Exit sign, camera, router. No idea. What is that? That's just blank. That's an ID thing for forklifts. Exit sign, forklift thing, more cameras, camera, forklift thing. There's the next router. So the routers are, I guess, just over 100 feet apart. Let's go look at them resistors. Let's drive Electron box fucking crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. That is kind of lazy. Because, like, I mean, I don't know. These were probably assembled by a robot. Here's another one. Man, they're all out of whack too. Let's see, 1, 4, 3. See if it actually... Yeah, they're all flipped around randomly. So that must be a machine picker. But it does suck when they're not the right way around. Like, that fucking bugs me too sometimes. Hey, I'll give you the long view. This building is 3/8 of an aisle, or 3/8 of a mile long. Can I zoom on this? Ooh, I can. That's the best zoom I can do. And what that flashing red lights you're seeing back there, that's almost halfway. Sorry for the shaky zoom, wow. So yeah, generally speaking, when I'm working here and I'm hunting for trucks, like most days, I will get 7, 8, 9,000 steps in, like miles. But when the building is 3/8 of a... Oh yeah. If you ever get a chance, try mixing mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, some chives, and like a seafood seasoning like Old Bay or J.O. Mix that up just right, and it's fucking spot on. 632. Yeah, Clive's here. Yeah, Clive, definitely, you definitely have to... Definitely have to get them resistors the right way. That is so annoying when they're wrong. Like, I've gone back and actually desoldered ones that weren't in right, because I was like, nah. Actually, that happened on, if you look on the mission control cam, when I'm doing a Saturday stream, if you look at, like, far up by the Rick and Morty portal, that's where my red little flashy mini computer thing is. And, what's up, Spooks Woods? And, a couple of those when I was done were the wrong way around, so I actually just cut them out, desoldered them, and put brand new ones in, just because I didn't even want to accidentally get that little, since they're standing up, so you got one lead that bends over and one straight down, I didn't want to flip it and have one of the leads not look great, so I put a fucking new one in, because it's what we do. Having a tipple on my free night. What is a tipple? That's something I should know. Tipple. Might be a typo, but let's type in tipple. Tipple. Drink alcohol, especially habitually. Those who liked to tipple and gamble. I love how it says especially habitually. Like, we don't need to hear that. I don't even drink every day. I don't need to hear that. Uh-oh, someone's coming down. It's a new guy in a reach truck. You can tell they're new because they have an orange vest on. They give the newbies the orange vest up until they've been here, I think it's 2 weeks. Same as a snifter. It says... that... I wouldn't think it's as easy as Jono Haley? Jono? Yono? J's can be so many things depending on the language you speak. I like to have a tipple before I make a video. Electron box, I even orient SMD resistors the same way. Oh, you got to. If they're numbered, you got to. Otherwise, you're going to look down and go, And that applies for like the whole board. Like, you got to be able to sit in one spot and read everything that's at least, you know, oriented correctly. Yeah, I don't do much of SMD at the moment. I dabble in it. I don't really have the need to mess with it too much. It's ridiculously quiet here. It was about this quiet Thanksgiving morning until, there's probably only like 150 people working here Thanksgiving. Scruff, can we go for a ride to see the rest of the warehouse? Some things on the shelf. Not necessarily a ride, but I can walk out into the aisles. Because I got a feeling if we drive, since we may lose signal when I walk into the aisle. So I guess if the stream suddenly ends, that's what happened. Because I'm using the YouTube app and not my usual setup. My usual setup, you know, I'll run all day long. But YouTube app can be finicky. So here's one of the aisles. The aisles themselves aren't horribly long. There's your Pampers, there's no pediatrician. There's an air purifier. There's one for Clive. There's that guy going. There's some, there's a cattail. Some brownie. And it's funny, I will walk through these aisles sometimes, and I will see something and go, holy shit. Like, I've actually purchased stuff after walking through the aisles. And like, oh, this must be like the bulkish area. Yeah. All the bigger stuff's in here. Here comes somebody. There's actually a couple people coming around nowadays. Oh, there's some dog food. If you go down into the rainbow aisles, which I guess I should explain. So they have, some of the aisles are football, like named after football teams. Some are called the rainbow aisle for obvious reasons. Amazon is generally considered a safe space. Like, as soon as you walk in this place, there's rainbows everywhere, so. But they have the rainbow area, the football area, and I forget, there's another one, I think it's cities. But that area is way down there, and they're a little more particular because that's where most of the staff is. But that's where you get all your little items are stored. Let's see, anything else? It's almost time to pack up and get the fuck out of here. Because I made the mistake of forgetting that I worked the late shift today, so I showed up at 5:30 a.m. And it's past 6:30 now. Here's some long forks. They have, we're considering getting extended cages in here, but they didn't. Oh, and cage being, let's see if we can walk up on these dudes real quick so you can see what a yellow cage looks like. So you can kind of see the yellow cage right there. That's actually locked into the forklift with this clamp over here. So when you pull up on one of those carts, that's your release pedal. But you got this hook here, and when you push in on it, Christ, hold on. Yeah, they're not that easy to just push in. Let me get, here we go. It works better if you actually have something like a pole, because that's what it's used to seeing. But those cages over there have a little rod in them, and when you pull up, it locks, and just that tab on the machine is just enough to keep this centered, and it basically holds it on just like that, so that you can go up in the air and those racks don't fall off. Then you just step on the pedal, and it releases, and it'll pop right back out. Oh, noise wet. Yeah, that's fine. Good spot. Let's see what's going on over here. The rainbow area is probably full of sex toys. I wouldn't say it's full of sex toys, Clive, but I would assume there's some in there. I haven't found them yet, but I'll keep looking. Blue and brown heat shrink. There is all kinds of heat shrink in this place. Most of the brown stuff is just old red. Android version, Victor find twin Earth cake. Wow. How is the cleaning of the aisles organized? Asks Spock's Wood. Yeah, Clive, I don't know why I'm getting 1080. I don't know if it's like a phone thing. Maybe your Chromebook only supports 720, because most Chromebooks only come with a 720 camera. Or is this my Samsung phone? That's like 4K or something. But cleaning the aisles. Flip back around. They just have those big ass scrubbers. I don't know if you saw it when I was walking around earlier, just for those that arrived late. So they got these big ass floor scrubbers, and then they got little ones. And since they're drivable, they literally just drive up the aisle when no one's in it. I mean, it's just like a mini street sweeper. Got your brushes up front. There's water back there. You got your squeegee back here. There's your scrubbers. The fuel cell, you hearing that beep? That's the fuel cell freaking out. That's your squeegee bar on the back, so that when you're doing all the scrubbing up there, on the back end, you got this squeegee and the vacuum that sucks, 98% of the water up. Assuming you can still hear me, because I'm way far away from a router. But yeah, they got these, and then they got little, like, push ones. The little push ones they'll use in the walkways. The big ones, they'll just drive around. Like, their cleaning staff literally does loops, like the bathroom crew, just walks in circles. Because by the time they get back around, the bathroom's dirty again. And the street, or well, the scrubber guys, they just go constantly. Because as soon as one end of the warehouse is clean, you're at the other end, and then the other one's dirty again. So the cleaning staff here gets no break. They just go. I mean, obviously they get like lunch breaks and shit, but they just go to keep everything cleaned up. No kitty cam. No cat cam today. That'd be kind of hard to see. They're about 5 miles away right now. Using my magnetic mount that I've used to make forklift videos. Hold on, I'll show you. So I picked this little guy up, like 20 bucks. It's aluminum. This is aluminum. That's plastic. That's plastic. And it's rubberized, but it's got, you can kind of see them, 6 really, really strong neodymium magnets in it. So I have that one, and I have a second one. For those curious, so you've seen this camera, like in the live streams and stuff, but I also have this old HTC 11, which is the sister to the webcam that you're used to seeing at my house. That's my other one. So when you get those two views, that's usually the second view. This is usually the primary view. And that phone I just leave here because I have no other use for it but recording here. And at home I just grab its twin, which, like I said, that's what you're used to seeing on my regular web streams. How much battery do I have? 19%. Let's go ahead and plug that in for a minute. Let's see, I guess we'll go for a few more minutes. Piss jug storage. No, I do not have piss jugs, although I will say it is annoying. The building is big. We are in the farthest corner from everything, so it is literally just as like a few hundred feet shy of a quarter mile to go take a piss. But we don't piss in here, and if anything, it's just too obvious and open. Gavin, hello Scruff Dog, late to the show. Love your drone live streams. I've seen you around before. What's up? There will be another drone stream in December for the neighbors thing, their Christmas stuff. I thought Amazon was meant to be meh to their workers, but this looks impressive. You know what? I've talked to a lot of the Amazon workers because I'm here. You will find, strangely enough, that pretty much anyone over the age of 30 goes, it's a job. It's not the easiest, it's not the hardest, but it's a job. And that's the older folks. All the newer kids are the ones that bitch and complain that like it's hard, they have to do work, they actually have to like do stuff. The younger kids are the ones that we get a lot of, well, that Amazon gets a lot of turnaround on as far as hiring, because lots of young people, not all of them, but I mean lots of young people are so fucking entitled that they don't think they should have to work to earn money. So, but then again, that's why Amazon is the new McJob, because if nobody will hire you, Amazon will. We need more of these random stream scruff. Well, during the holiday, during December, I'm here late 2 nights a week. Like this week I'm Monday and Tuesday, next week I'm Thursday and Friday. Brandon, who I mentioned in the stream, Brandon's been covering Wednesdays so that I can do my Wednesday stream, and he's also covering me for recovery for like emergency calls on Saturdays so I can do the Saturday stream. Though there is still a chance I may need to interrupt a Saturday stream to come out here, but Brandon, if you see him in chat, that's Brandon VRT. He's been covering to help us out so that we can keep streaming and stuff. And you'll meet them officially, my crew officially, one of these days. I'll do like a meet the team kind of thing. Someone says, "Oh, it's the yeah, it's mostly the youngins that complain," and you figure they're the ones that are on the social media. So when they complain, it gets out faster because old people aren't on social media as much, even though I need to get my ass on there for Scruff Dog Live stuff. But yeah, that's why the younger YouTubers burn out. They've never had a real job for comparison. Yeah, that's about it, Clive. But shit, I almost burned out, and I'm an old ass. But when you gain 6 subscribers in the first 8 months of 2023, yeah, you start thinking. But then suddenly you gain 600 subscribers in 2 months, and yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right, we'll give this 3 more minutes. I'm gonna roll out I'm gonna pack up 6:50. That means I'll be leaving about 6:55, which means I'll get to the front door just after 7. Which works for me because I'm scheduled till 7. And as soon as I leave this building, if they call me on the radio, it is a 4-hour minimum emergency call. I got accused of being a boomer early. Yeah, I've had a couple people think I'm like, call me boomer. I'm like, nah, man, I'm fucking Gen X. I'm OG asshole. Gen X is what started all this fucking bullshit that's going on. Not that I'm necessarily proud, but I mean, you gotta take credit where credit's due. 2 minutes for a forklift derby treasure? Like, you'd be surprised at how many people, not here, well, not that we've noticed here because they don't necessarily have the right equipment for it, but yeah, it is not unusual to see the night crew at different sites fucking jousting. Like, no shit, I've been to carpet places and watched them with the carpet poles. They call them we just call them carpet dicks. They're like 8 to 10, 12 feet long. It's a usually 4-inch round, solid piece of steel for picking up entire rolls of carpet. And those fucking assholes will fucking joust each other, and they won't move because they're all stubborn. So they will, boom, they will crash and bend poles, breaking carriages off of forklifts. We've had them break the masts. But yeah, no, we'll get people that fucking joust and do all kinds of dumb shit on there. 4-hour minimum, harsh. Yeah, well, it's the 4-hour minimum build. I ain't gonna be here for 4 hours if that happens. Usually, we have had a couple times where they've gotten sneaky on us, or they've called in 1 and we get here and there's 3. Which I guess that's kind of how business goes. But yeah, wow. Silas, some menial jobs are good, others less so. If Amazon doesn't have benefits, I want nothing to do with it. My job is making hydraulic hard lines and offers great benefits. Nothing wrong with making hydraulic lines. Sounds like you work down at Cauliflower. That's our local hydraulic place, Cauliflower, and Tipco. There's Tipco's around too. But yeah, you find some really fucked up shit on the job sometimes. But it is. Oh wow, I had the heart thing enabled. I don't know if you can I guess you can disable that in the app. Anyway, that is 6:50. I've been here for 13 and a half hours. I think I'm gonna pack it up and go home. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. Hey, what's up, Brianna? Choo-choos are no different. Yeah, trains. Yeah, everything's stupid. It seems these units don't have much hydraulic stuff. The order pickers have, it's just up and down. That's it. The reach trucks are pretty complicated. They got up, down, side shift, tilt, reach. And they actually have 2 hydraulic pumps in them. The main for lift and lower, and the aux pump just for all the auxiliary functions out there. But thanks for hanging out for a minute. I'm glad to see that this works, and it actually works well. So we may be having some more surprise streams here and there when I get bored at night. So maybe I'll give you more than 5-10 minutes next time. But thanks, Leon. I will do my best to have a great day. And I guess I will see you Wednesday. As soon as I get home, I'm going to release the stream for Wednesday. We're going to try to finish up Half-Life 2. We'll give it another 3 or 4 hours. I believe we were towards the end of Chapter 9, so we might be able to finish it up. But anyway, I'll see you on Wednesday at 4:35, and let's see how this thing shuts down. I've never actually used the YouTube app before. So there's an X. I guess we'll try that. Either way, see you later, and hey, there it is. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Are we? Yeah, we kind of are. See everybody later. Be groovy, and have fun.